I stood on the edge of the valley that night, and my heart pounded like the hooves of 1,000 camels. Before me stretched an army that looked like the sand on the seashore, and behind me, only 300 men. If God was not with us, then tonight we would be swallowed whole. Earlier that day, I thought I had an army, 32,000 men at my back, but the Lord whispered, "Too many." My chest sank as I watched 22,000 walk away, fear gripping their hearts. 10,000 remained. I thought, surely, this is enough. But again, the Lord whispered, "Too many." And then came the test at the river. Thousands bowed low, but only 300 lifted water to their lips like watchful warriors, never lowering their eyes. The Lord's voice struck my spirit. "With these 300, I will save you." My knees buckled. 300 against an ocean of enemies. This was no battle for man to win. It was God's. That night, sleep escaped me. I paced, staring at the campfires of Midian. They glowed like stars fallen to the earth. My men whispered, their voices heavy with fear. And I was no different. My courage wavered. But then, the Lord spoke again. "Go down to their camp. If you are afraid, take Purah with you. Listen, and your hands will be strengthened." So I crept into the night, Purah by my side, each step pressing against the weight of terror. And then we stopped. Voices drifted from the enemy tents. 2 Midianite soldiers whispering. I dreamed a dream. A loaf of barley bread tumbled into our camp, struck a tent, and it collapsed. His comrade replied, "This is the sword of Gideon, son of Joash. God has given Midian into his hand." My breath caught in my throat. The Lord himself had sent the enemy's lips to declare our victory. Right there, in the shadows of my enemies, I fell to my knees and worshipped. The fear that chained me snapped apart. I ran back to my men, fire blazing in my chest. "Arise, for the Lord has given Midian into our hands." I divided the men into 3 companies. No swords, no shields, just trumpets, jars, and hidden fire. Weapons of fools, unless the Lord was truly with us. At the beginning of the middle watch, when the guards had just changed, we crept to the outskirts of the camp. I raised my hand. My men held their breath. Then, "A sword for the Lord, and for Gideon!" The valley shook with chaos. Flames pierced the darkness, and our voices roared like thunder. But the miracle was not our sound, it was theirs. The Lord turned their swords against each other. The mighty Midianite host shattered, crying out in terror, fleeing into the night. We chased them across the valley, and the tribes of Israel rose from their homes to join us. The Lord had turned despair into courage, weakness into triumph. At the rock of Oreb and the winepress of Zeb, the princes of Midian fell. Their power crumbled like dust. And when the heads of Oreb and Zeb were brought to me across the Jordan, I knew. It was not by sword, nor by strength. The Lord had fought for Israel. "300 men, chosen not for their might, but for their watchfulness. And me, chosen not for my courage, but for my weakness." The Lord wanted Israel to see, victory does not belong to the strong, but to the faithful. That night, I learned that when fear whispers, God's voice thunders louder. My friend, maybe you feel outnumbered, overwhelmed, too small for the battles before you. Remember Gideon's 300. God does not need your strength. He asks for your trust. For when we are weak, then He is strong. Before you go, share in the comments. What battle are you trusting God to fight for you right now? I'd love to hear your story. And if you want more biblical stories brought to life, don't forget to subscribe. The journey has just begun.